because otherwise we're screwed. There's no way we're getting up there. Maybe with my ladder, and then if I jump to the rope and pray, but... yeah, climbing up that much rope would be... oh god. Oh god. Was that a Shoggoth? Hello and welcome to another indie horror game demo. This time we're doing the demo of Mountains of Madness, a upcoming game about the Mountains of Madness, the famous Lovecraft story. In our search for the missing member of the Miskatonic, our Antarctic expedition, we came across a vast ruined ancient city. We kept searching and taking notes of any history of the civilization that we could get from the murals. So it's going to be kind of a explorative, puzzly type of game. It's a demo that I've been following for quite some time, and I have very high hopes for it. I know the story itself isn't super action heavy. Oh, okay. Inventory, right, must use selected equipment, so I have rope, a ladder, a diary, a hook, and a hand. Okay. Okay, and I can, like, write in my notes and stuff. Interesting inventory system, okay. Oh, here we go. Alright. So we can write in here. Oh boy, alright. Travel was very frequent, but permanent migration seemed relatively rare, except for the vast colonizing movements by which the race expanded. For personal locomotion, no external aid was used, since in land, air, and water, movement alike, the old ones seemed to possess excessively vast capacities for speed. Loads, however, were drawn by beasts of burdens, Shoggoths under the sea, and a curious variety of primitive vertebrates in the later years of land existence. Vertebrates, as well as an infinity of other life forms, were the products of unguided evolution acting on life cells, made by the old ones but escaping beyond their radius of attention. They had been suffered to develop unchecked because they had not come in conflict with the dominant beings. Bothersome forms, of course, were mechanically exterminated. It interested us to see a shambling primitive mammal, used sometimes for food and sometimes as an amusing buffoon by the land dwellers, whose vaguely simian and human foreshadowings were unmistakable. Interesting. So these guys... yeah, they were... so yeah, that's like the, is it the Great Old Ones? I can't remember what they're called. They're the ones that I think of like the radial symmetry. They're not the Great Race of Yith. Also, I'm kind of digging that the flashlight has this high and low beam mode. So yeah, here we go. Gotta go and chip away at this. That's actually really kind of cool how it like shatters apart like that. Yeah, I've been really looking forward to this game though. You guys know I'm a big fan of like Lovecrafty stuff. And I was very excited to see the demo for this come out. I didn't actually expect one. I'm hoping that it's creepy and interesting. Yeah, I believe, what's the story of the Mountains of Madness? It's like people going along to search for the missing members of an expedition of some kind. Okay, I have to use the flashlight, yep. And now this gives pause. Why would you give me two options? Why would you give me two light options unless you needed it? And that makes me nervous that we're going to encounter some sort of creatures. We're going to encounter something that maybe is a little light sensitive. Interesting, that little gap there like caught us for a second there. But yeah, I know there's been a few attempts at doing games like this, and I know they tend to be a little bit more like exploration focused. Not necessarily a bad thing, just... yeah, I'll be curious to see how this one turns out. I mean, you can tell just kind of looking at it, it is a very indie game. Which, again, I struggle to hold against a game in any capacity. Because I've seen games that have great graphics that turned out to be terrible, and games with pretty minimalist graphics like this. I won't say minimalist, games with pretty simple graphics that turn out great. So what's up this way? I'll kinda... yeah, I'm thinking we should just go explore all the way out here. I am curious. Yeah, the Antarctic. I always liked the Antarctic. I remember, I think the first time I ever... oh, hang on, I can reach the ladder? Okay, use mouse wheel to adjust ladder angle. Bottom part's close to a surface. Okay, so we use it to maybe cross gaps. Okay. Oh, can I not? Come on. Why are you not... Okay. Maybe I'll need to finagle with that in a minute then. Maybe I need to fool around. Oh, hey look! Another one of these. The star-shaped rocks form a sort of locking mechanism. This one seems to be long broken. Yes, there's like a locking device here. Alright, so I need to do... Oh, hang on. Okay, so if it works, it looks like it's green. So I need to... Weird. Yeah, I need to, like, kind of finagle with it a little bit. So if I place you... Oh, yeah, and then I can go up there. Weird. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna need to find this specific angle for this. I really would have thought that I would have been able just to, like, go put it... Oh, hang on. I just saw... Somewhere over here is an angle. Yeah, right here. And then I can use this to climb it up. I really would have thought that I would have been able to, just, yeah, lay that across there and walk across it, but... Maybe that's just, like, my own approach to problem solving. But yeah, I think the very first time I came across the Antarctic in a game was the original Tomb Raider 3. And I remember really liking that. That was kind of where that game got really creepy there. Because you were encountering these, like, weird zombies and these kind of horrible monsters and stuff like that. Oh, hang on. How do I pick up the ladder then? Is it right mouse on it? Because it didn't seem to want to pick it back up. There we go. Yeah, maybe I thought I pressed right mouse or I wasn't, like, quite on it for that second. Yeah, there's a little bit of finickiness, but nothing too bad so far. So here, let's go... Again, let's just give this a shot. Let's see what we can do. Alright, there we go. There we go. I can go grab you, and then we come back to this little area. Yeah, it's going to be sort of just a creepy exploration game, as far as I know. What do you have to say? Government was evidently complex and probably socialistic, although no certainties in this regard could be deducted from the sculptures we saw. There were extensive commerce, both local and between cities, certain small flat counters, 5-pointed and inscribed, serving as money. Probably the smaller of the various greenish soapstones found by our expedition were pieces of currency. Though the culture was mainly urban, some agriculture and much stock raising existed. Mining and a limited amount of manufacturing were also practiced. Yeah, so we have... It is interesting, like, because, you know, the thing with a lot of, I think, alien-ish technology is that as technology advances, you kind of have to do away with a lot of the primitive stuff to go away with, like, your own limitations, right? Humans have gotten away from currencies as we've gotten wealthier and we've developed more and more technologies and stuff because we don't have the physical capability to do certain things. But how would that work if we were... What if we could fly? What if we could do this type of stuff? What if we could do all of these... Yeah, what if we could do all of this stuff? What if we could... I guess I'll just say, what if we could do everything without needing technology? You know, would we have developed as much as we have, or would we still do certain things in a much more old-fashioned way? You know, necessity is the mother of invention and all that. But yeah, I mean, my initial impressions here are curious. I will admit, I am pretty worried. I'm pretty worried this is going to become a walking sim of a game. I hope that doesn't end up being the case. But at the same time, I mean, I really do like the Lovecraft stuff. I like these a lot. Decent atmosphere, it looks interesting. It's pretty simple, but, you know, again, what isn't, right? Okay, so we got some rope. Down into the abyssal hellscape pit we go. I actually like this system of having multiple mechanisms here for like exploration. That's something I think more games could benefit from. Alright, well, there we go. I sincerely hope that this isn't like somehow... Yeah, I hope this isn't like a pit with no escape, because otherwise we're screwed. There's no way we're getting up there. Maybe with my ladder, and then if I jump to the rope and pray, but... Yeah, climbing up that much rope would be... Oh god. Oh, god. Was that a Shoggoth? Okay. Let me go grab you, and we're gonna put you over here. Yeah, that might have been a Shoggoth. Is Mountains of Madness the one that has the eyeless penguins? I think it is. Which, if I remember right, there actually is a indie horror game that's basically all about those things. Which I always really liked their design. Thank you for playing the demo. Wait, that's it? Yeah, okay, I guess that's the end of the demo. Really? You just kind of cut it off there? Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not super pleased with that, but... Huh. That's... kinda lackluster. Yeah, I mean, there was nothing else to do. Like, is there any other tasks around here, maybe? Yeah, like, what about... Can I potentially use the ladder to... you know, go climb up over this, or am I kinda capped off? Oh, hang on, here we go. Yeah, maybe there's something up this way. No, this is actually just invisible walls. Really, that was the end of the demo. Well, I'll be honest, that did kind of temper my desire to... okay. Yeah, that was really abrupt. Like, it is very just walk around and do stuffy. If I jump in here, you became part of this realm of ice and death. Huh. Alright. Yeah, I don't know. I'm cautious now. Yeah. I mean, again, like, the Mountains of Madness story is not one of the most action-packed Lovecraft stories in the world. I am very curious where it would go. Yeah, like, what's down this way, then? Because I kind of figured that I would go up to the top and then explore down. Because I figured that this would just start turning into everything else. So I'm sure this mural is something I can read. What do you say? For their prehistoric flights through cosmic space, legend said they had absorbed certain chemicals and became almost independent of eating, breathing, or heat condition. But by the time of the Great Cold, they had lost track of this method. Being non-pairing and semi-vegetable in structure, the old ones had no biological basis for the family phase of mammal life, but seemed to organize large households on the principles of comfortable space utility and congenial mental association. Lighting, in the case of the land inhabitants, was accomplished by a device electrochemical in nature. Both on land and underwater, they used curious tables, chairs, and couches like cylindrical frames. For they rested and slept upright with folded down tentacles and racks for the hinged sets of dotted surfaces forming their books. Yeah, okay. But yeah, like I said though, it's not the spookiest story. It's very much like a true classic Lovecraft tale, right? There's a lot of these... It's a lot of, like, subtle horror and world building more than anything. So I don't really want to point at it and say that it's bad. I kind of was hoping for a little more. yeah, that's really all I can say. I was kind of hoping for a little more. I like the exploration mechanic. A little bit more clarity as to how to do these might be helpful. Yeah, see, like, this is what I was trying to do earlier, and that's a little finicky to do. But again, I mean, that's in no small part just me being me. Can't really blame it. I like the exploration system. But I don't know. I kind of was just left... I was kind of left with this feeling just a little let down that it's just, like, such an abrupt ending. You know, where the game is just like, yep, and that's the end, bye, and then it just quits out the demo to desktop. Yep. Now that being said, you know, I think a little bit of cleanup, I think this feels to me like what the intro of the game would be. So I'm hoping that there will be more. If this is the story with the famous eyeless penguins and stuff, if this is the... Yeah, if this is the... Cause what is it? Don't they have to escape by outrunning a Shoggoth or something like that? Because I believe, and again, this is where my own lack of knowledge about Lovecraft is gonna bite me. I think this is where there's a story about... It's like the penguins and stuff? So yeah, I don't know. I can see a way to make a really interesting story and game out of it, but I'm worried about it being a walking sim. And I hope it's not. I hope there's a little bit of a horror element to it. I hope there is kind of a spooky element. Because, I mean, yeah, like, why would I ever commit stuff to paper? Is there going to be, like, a puzzle book later where it's going to talk about... Oh yeah, you know, what did their books look like? Stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. This feels almost more like a tech demo to me than a actual demo. And yeah, it kind of has me a little curious. And there's nothing I can read with these. Yeah. Yeah, and then there's just this big tentacled thing that goes down, and if I do this, you became part of this realm of ice and death. So yeah, developer, keep it up. I mean, I do like the atmosphere here. Again, it's a little simple. You can definitely clean up some stuff. You know, this here, that should have been louder if that was supposed to be creepy. Yeah. I don't know. I definitely do think that there is potential here. I'm also going to admit to just being very, very worried. But we'll have to go ahead and see. I do like the atmosphere. I think this has the potential to be a really great horror game. I suspect the reason we have this lesser light form is because we're going to have a horror element or something else like it. So I'm going to withhold judgment until I see a little more. But I have high hopes for this. I think it could be really good. So we'll just have to go ahead and see. So, thank you all very much for watching the Mountains of Madness demo. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I look forward... Oops. And I look forward to seeing you all in another video very soon.